Before we begin this video, I'd like to give a brief shout out to Mary Jane Watson for being able to take all 19 inches of Venom. You go, Queen. More power to you.
I can't burn myself niggas. I'm at the top, now I count major figures. That niggas ain't on me, but they hoes wanna take a picture. Make them on who get smoked like a switch. Real mix where you get left out the mixture. Watch how you address me when we speak. Yeah, I'ma need you to call me mister.
Yo, how's it going, everybody, and welcome to the YouTube channel. And on today's video, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man 2. Yep, I'm right there. Now I know my uploading hasn't been very consistent or relevant for some time, but this year we're going to get right. For real this time.
Yeah,
Also, the channel's called Chewbacca Sound now.
Who are you?
So on today's video, I'm starting a new series called Just a Thought. And it's just me giving my opinions on both good and bad on the subject at hand. What could have been, how it could be better, you know, that type of stuff. All right, so here we go. Now let's start this with the negatives first, because I'm a fanboy over the positives. Let's go. The saying a story is only as good as its villain has proven time and time again to stand true. But in some cases, it's not always complete truth. A story can be good based off the relationship between characters or the struggles that the characters go through. In Spider-Man's 2 case, with its handful of villains, it's just that. Ranging from man-eating lizards, aliens, and superhuman Russian bodybuilders, etc., etc. But I'll say when it's good,
I'm done listening to you. Losing my dad? It's not what's holding me back. I was the one doing that. But not anymore.
it's good. And when it's bad, alright, come on, like, were there really any bad moments in this? I mean, I can't really picture or remember any type of moment where I just like sat back and was like, yeah, that's not it. Yeah, that's bad. But when it's great,
this is what you want, isn't it?
it slaps like the back of my mama's hand. And whatever they told Buddy on his first day on the job, they sold him a wet burger and a dream. Because this was not in the job description, nor was it on the insurance coverage.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Okay, now where was I? Right. Villains. So speaking of villains, let's talk about a certain one, Kraven.
I asked for an equal. And this is what you find.
Sir, perhaps a new hunting ground.
Light the fires. The great hunt begins.
Kraven to me wasn't really even a villain for real, more like a catalyst than anything else. Everything that popped up in the story was all on him. While the first game, it was really progressing into the final villain with all the other villains tacked on. Now what I thought, or imagined the route they were going to take, was that early on in the story, Harry slowly gets corrupted by the symbiote. Kraven's the same as he was in the story, dealing with Lizard, while also finding out about Harry and starts hunting Harry to the side. Now Dr. Connors does exactly what I expected Dr. Connors to do. Go full Lizard mode, help Spider-Man out, find a solution to the problem. Done. Spider-Man gets to near-death experience and Harry fights off the suit while saving Peter in the same fashion as in the story. Peter starts acting up, Miles saves him all the same. When Peter's getting the symbiote to Connors, Harry appears and has his scuffle with Pete and gets the suit back and wrecks. Spider-Man fights Venom, Miles fights Kraven, Venom kills Kraven, Miles and Peter take down Venom together, same as in the story. but with a different outcome. So get this, Spider-Man dies.
I beg your pardon?
Nah, I know, but listen. In every iteration of Miles Morales or the world he's included in, as far as I know, his Spider-Man dies or isn't in the picture anymore. But I knew that they wasn't gonna do that. It's too soon. And come on. He's him. Plus, money. Also, can we talk about Venom for a second?
Mom. I don't... What did I just do?
Don't be scared, honey. You finally have the power to do what we've always wanted. We're going to heal the world.
How?
Let me show you.
We're going to heal everyone.
Can we talk about how Venom is literally their own character in this game? No. I'm not talking like Toby's Venom or Hardy's Venom. Not even some of the characters' Venom comes close to this Venom. Except this one. It slaps. The other iterations increase the host's negative emotions and makes them more aggressive. So it's still them, but cranky. In this version, it's like Venom was going through his own character development, going from small self-impulses to suit changes to the main antagonist. And they gave this man wings. Every time you see Venom, it isn't Harry. It's literally someone else talking. Even when the symbiote was on Pete.
I need this suit. It makes me a better Spider-Man.
Obviously, right? I know. Now with Harry, there wasn't any noticeable personality changes until he got the suit back. That's when Venom was already at the point of maturity. In the climax of the story, he wanted to turn our world into the land of goo. Black goo. That's not Harry. Any and all actions at that point of Harry and the suit reconnecting was all Venom. And you cannot argue with me otherwise. Now, Miles' story in the game is more support of Peter and tackling his own affairs with his father's killer, preparing for his life on his own, and supporting his community. Basically, he handles the street level threats while Peter is dealing with bigger threats. Miles and Mr. Negative finally squash the beef and fight on the same side. A little redemption arc for him, if you will. Mary Jane in the game this time was much better this time around. She's actually doing something and not slowing down the story. But there was times I was like,
What? I'm out, man.
I'm over here risking my life dropping combo specials.
You're Mary Jane Watson. You want the truth.
Putting Scream in the game? Nice choice. It being Mary Jane, Her being in the story is cool. In this case, I could see her as a secret side mission or something. Overall, I really like how the story did come together and how they were able to make it work so well with the handful of characters we got, without the story going all over the place and still being able to make sense. Okay. I don't know who shares my opinion or disagrees with me on this, but I'm gonna just say it. Given how they're both similar in a few ways, traveling through both the Arkham and Insomniac's Spider-Man worlds are fun, but Spider-Man's way of travel is just miles better than gliding and ziplining everywhere. The developers also made it more convenient with quick travel for, when you get lazy with the stressful button pressing, swinging, web crawling, and now gliding. Spider-Man's ways of travel, transitioning to combat is seamless.
Here's another one.
Now the combat. That's where Batman and Spider-Man kind of differ in a way in my head. With Batman, just like Spider-Man's traveling through New York is seamless. His combat flow is phenomenal. Switching between target to target, utilizing your gadgets mid-fight, and being able to focus on one target at a time, going to work.
Two hours later.
Fight back! Fight back! Fight back! Fight back!
I don't know, it's probably just me. They even squeezed in a parry system in this one. But the only time it seems like I could focus on one enemy is when I had him in the air for 30 minutes, beating them down. Any other time, I can only get off so much before I'm bombarded with everything. Everything.
You call me a dying old man, and yet... No!
Steph got an upgrade. The enemies are now smarter this time around when traveling to check suspicious noise or when someone is missing. The gadgets perks allow for multiple takedowns, clearing out the area a lot quicker and making new paths to get around the area quick as well. And now we're into the boss fight territory. Boss fights in Insomniac Spider-Man 2, while some were cinematic, others felt like a glorified grunt battle, a step up from common enemies to keep us on our toes. Not much change other than a new attack pattern. Some would even say formulaic, while others were really putting our skills to the test.
I'd love to get to know you better, but I got some business to take care of. See, your boss has been up to no good lately. You used to believe we could do something.
And I'll say one thing. As soon as these Ivan Ooze lookalikes started popping up, it was nothing but chaotic from there. I mean, before the enemies weren't that bad, probably because I put it on the highest difficulty in the game, but... Oh, and I also heard a little birdie told me that a scraped multiplayer idea was in the works. Insomniac? Multiplayer to the side wouldn't have been so bad, right? Not a big game changer or anything, just a little side fun for longevity is all. A little 2v2? Race to the finish line? Yeah. Who can save the most civilians the fastest? Am I right? I mean, it didn't work out for God of War Ascension, but who knows what could have happened. Alright, now let's talk about these side missions. Not gonna lie, they were kind of repetitive.
Looks like that scared you, huh?
I mean, I still did them, but that don't mean it didn't feel like a task instead of fun. Only time where I was actually fully invested were the story-related side missions that add value to what I was doing.
3 smokestacks. But why?
I worked in that factory for 20 years. Laid off. Lost my purpose for a while. And then when my wife passed, I lost my heart too. But my birds, they taught me how to fly again. Especially little Pidgey.
Maybe setting the foundation for future events to come?
And when the crimson hour rolls over this earth, it shall bring truth, judgment, and carnage.
Woo! Whatever they do with Carnage, they better do it right and they better do it well. But it doesn't need to be a whole game setting, in my opinion. I'm perfectly fine with it being like the first couple of DLCs from the first game. This game already did the whole symbiote storyline, so doing it again kind of feels necessary. Suits were great in this game. They took out the suit abilities and just turned them into abilities by themselves, and replaced it with suit color palettes. No harm, no foul. Good. In the beginning of the game, some skills you unlocked at the end of the first game is already unlocked at the beginning of this game. Good. All symbiote skills?
Incredibly sharp. No wonder your family
Tracking and organizing side missions is way better. Good. Before we would have to wait for them to pop up. Being able to swap abilities at will? Good. But I can't switch between Pete and Miles mid-fight? Nah. Are we near the end of this video? Yup. Good. And throughout the 2 days I played this game to completion, I only experienced 2 crashes while I was playing.
About something. I mean, I have been talking to you all the time. It's great to talk. So many good talks. I just haven't been talking to you about what I should have been talking to you about.
Pete,
Wait, let me start again.
I got this. All of it. Go be Peter Parker for a while.
Are you sure? It's a big city.
I can handle it. As long as I can still call you for advice.
You don't need it.
Overall, Spider-Man 2 is a great game, y'all. No debate about it. The references that I noticed also were pretty interesting to see. The flaws I did mention doesn't hinder the game in any way. The characters performed pretty well and gameplay was as expected to be. Fun. Any improvements to make it better would be to make the side missions more engaging, keep giving us that gripping storytelling that we like so much, and no more of this. I don't know what Insomniac is cooking up next, but hey, all in due time. Plus, with the new update, it gives people another reason to play the game again. All right, this has been Chewbacca Show. Y'all comment what you think, like the video, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll catch you next time. Peace.
Is it worth it? Oh, yeah, it's worth it. If you're strong enough.